Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Naveen Ferguson. So glad to have you here. Okay, so this is a tarot card reading channel where I offer full general card readings, sun and moon readings, psychic hit readings, casual readings, and personal readings. For information for all of that is in the description box of my YouTube page below. Also, it's connected to my Patreon page where there are two memberships, the Key membership and the Lotus membership. All the details are in there for your consideration. That's one of the best ways to help support the channel. And I think that's about it. Also, if you like the artwork that you see in the intro, the artist's name and link is in the description box below, so feel free to check him out. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your reading. Okay, Virgo, welcome. This is Naveen Ferguson. We are going to dive into your sun and moon reading for August the 5th to the 30th of 2024. Virgo, the sun and moon reading is typically for my Lotus members on my Patreon page. So you'll see part of the reading, but to see the full reading, you will have to consider becoming a Lotus member on my Patreon page. Also, if you would like me to eventually start doing full readings and all that kind of good stuff on my YouTube page, you can help make that a reality by subscribing to my YouTube page and also sharing with others who would appreciate what I have to offer, and having them subscribe, because once my YouTube reaches to over 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to offer the same things I do on my Patreon page, also on my YouTube page. But for now, to see the full readings, you will have to consider becoming a Patreon member. Now, again, for the sun and moon readings, that's a special opportunity, and to see the sun and moon readings, you'd have to consider becoming a Lotus member. It really does help the growth of the channel if you become a Patreon member, and I truly appreciate it. So we'll now dive into the sun sign of your reading, where the sun is going to be more of your external energies, what's happening there. And of course, the moon sign is going to be more so your internal energies, and it's going to be over the pillars of the sun sign, where we'll see the blending effect and see what's going on there. Just letting you know, I may be going just a tad bit fast because I am dealing with limited technologies. So yeah, that's why, but I'm sure the universe will bring across what needs to be said. So let's dive into your sun and moon reading for Virgo for August the 5th to the 30th of 2024. This card here will be your core personality or sense of self during the time frame of the reading. This is your basic preferences. Right here will be your romantic life and how you'll be moving through life at that time, okay, or the time frame of the reading. Okay, so let's get into it. Your core personality, sense of self. Okay, you are clearly in a transition. You're leaving like waters of certain levels of stress, headache, concern, things that I sense for some of you, you have actually kind of, you feel like you've outgrown, or it's time to move on. Like it's just time for a change. You can't, you don't think it's healthy to tolerate a certain atmosphere anymore. And I also sense for some of you, you feel like that's time wasted or time taken away, where you could be living life or expanding in other areas of your life that's more suited to your mindset, your goal orientations, where you may feel led to. So your core sense of self right now is that you are making preparations, or you have already started to move in those preparations of moving away from turbulent waters. And I'd say that could be with a relationship. You've outgrown a relationship. It could be a business. It could be a company. It could be a family dynamic. Maybe even leaving the house from your parents or something like that. It could, you know what I mean? It's something where there is a stressful aspect, and you just need to move on. You need more out of life. You need to become more. You need to find more of that peace that's more fitted to who you believe you're becoming or developing into is what's coming across. Further clarification? Yeah, see what I mean? The Two of Cups. And what's coming through right here, it's like there's a transition of yourself happening right now. Okay? There's leaving an old aspect of yourself behind and really acknowledging this new higher vibration of yourself that's wearing more of a crown. And right now it feels like in a middle ground of it that's happening. That's the transition is what I'm feeling. Understanding who you are, as in your past self and where you want to go, seeing into your future self. So it's like that kind of tug and pull aspect, but you're leaning into going into more of the higher vibrations, wearing the crown, as it were. It is that siphoning of yourself from the past and leaning, moving into the future. Further clarification. Thank you, universe. Yeah, the Empress energy, and the Empress comes up sometimes as major arcana. Comes up sometimes as a pregnant understanding, whereby it also feeds into the aspect of a time frame of abundance, whereby there is a maturation or a starting ground whereby you're moving into the development of things, into the development of birthing a new life, into developing a new birthing of abundance. And that's what I'm talking about here with that transition, that movement, that expansion type energy, like leaving your past self into going to a higher self of being. There seems to be a timeline of a development process into more of an abundant, expansive energy. More social freedom is what I'm hearing as well. More cultivation of certain relationships is what I'm feeling as well with the Empress energy. Having more time on your hands, having more zest for life is what's coming through with the Empress energy. Really being more fulfilled, having a more stability when it comes to your mindset, when it comes to life management, is what's coming through with the Empress. It's having that peace, that stability, that breath that makes everything feel fulfilled, and like the chains are off and you're just free to be who you are and explore and become more, attracting in that abundant energy of growth and prosperity in your life. Okay, that's literally what's coming through with the Empress energy. And again, I sense it more on a time frame for you. So you've already started the clock, and this movement is already happening. Even if you're not physically making these changes like that right now, it's also already happened in your mind, in your heart. Okay, where some of you may be, for example, on a job or something, for example, but you've already checked out in your mind. In your heart, you've already checked out. Like the place is not supporting that rejuvenation or that zest for living anymore, and you're starting to consider other avenues. Okay, so even if you haven't necessarily started the physical aspects of that move, your essence, your being has already started that move. Okay, so for some of you, this could be a framework up to even 9 months perhaps towards an entire transition in your life. Okay, that doesn't mean like everything is like in one shot going to change like that. Some of you, it could be starting the application process. Some of you, it could be starting to look for different places to live, like moving out of the home or something like that. For some of you, it could be easing out of a relationship. Okay, whatever the situation is. For some of you, you could be starting your own business and really looking at your finances, planning and seeing exactly capital resources, and really starting those frameworks towards having your own business or something. You know, it could be any number of things, but it's definitely moving into the realm of abundance. The universe said, take another card here. Yeah, I had this in my head. I should have just said it because it was really giving all of that energy. That death and rebirth card, okay? The death card. That is that transition, that transformation of night and day of your life, okay? Of your existence, okay? You want your entire world to be absolutely transformed, okay? And it is. It's going to transform, okay, into that brand new way of being, that brand new zest for life, that cultivation of that dream aspect of where you want to be in a certain time frame, okay? And that is developing with the Empress energy, okay? So you are moving into this absolutely new way of being, this new life, okay? So it is happening. That is what is transpiring right now in the sun sign energy of the external energies, especially towards that transformative energy. Okay? So the universe is definitely on your side and helping you with that. I literally should have just said it. I saw that in my head. Okay, so let's see what your basic preferences are at this time for the time frame of the reading. Yeah, the Emperor. I mean, my goodness. Empress, Emperor, we already understand this because you want a whole transition of things, a whole transformative measure on everything that is anything that could be anything. You want transformation of everything. Okay? And the Emperor is literally taking hold of because especially if the Empress is that social acumen, the thought process, the plan, and put all the things together, the Emperor is the physical aspect of that, okay? He is getting the time frames, the calendars into motion, the resources into motion. He's getting the finances into motion. He's getting the social aspects of cooperative measures in certain respects and physical movements into motion, okay? And having it stable, having it fortified, having it ratified, having it confirmed, and having that abundance energy in that successful change, in that successful building of a home, building of an environment, building of a life, okay? Building about, especially all the physicalities of life. That's with your health, that's with your finances, that's with your home, that's with, those physicalities, okay? So this is definitely you, hands-on, having everything in order, okay, Virgo? Like everything is accounted for in order and it's working as it should be or as you're expecting it to be. Okay, these are your preferences. For the clarification, yes, the Nine of Wands. Sorry about that. I've been doing a lot of talking today, so my throat is trying to recover. But the Nine of Wands, and you are not stopping until you have this change. You realize it's work. You realize some of you have already been working on this. Some of you were trying to build yourself, I sense from the Nine of Wands, to a place where you could support this next transition. Okay, so some of you, this whole transformative effort may have even taken a while to the point where you can act on this plan. And you're finally to that place where you can act on this plan. Okay, some of you, you've been working on this for maybe months towards the change. Some of you, maybe years towards this change. Some of you, recent. Maybe a couple weeks towards this change because of how things have flowed, okay? But it is at that point where you're looking for that last one to lay down that burden in which to finally finalize X, Y, and Z things, close out a cycle, and enter into a new cycle, okay? You're not giving up. You're not slowing down. You're persevering. You're going to do what's required in order to have this change, this advancement. Further clarification. Thank you, universe. Yes, see the Six of Cups. Some of you, this has been a dream from even childhood. Okay, now a lot of you are into adulthood and you're saying now is the time. Okay, some of you, this could be equating to retirement. Okay, some of you could be equating to, like I said, starting your own job. Some of you, this could be equating into starting a family. Some of you, this could be equated into actually investing into X, Y, and Z, or whatever the case may be for you. Okay, it is a dream that fulfills you. Okay, that brings the sweet essence of life, and it just makes you happy. Okay, it is comforting to you. And that's what you're working on. You want to be happy in life. You don't want to be stressed in life. You don't want to be going through the drudgeries X, Y, and Z times, day in and day out, year in and year out. There is a change that you are strongly moving towards, that you're strongly fighting towards. And you're going to have this change. Keep it up. Keep going forward is what's coming through. Okay? Things are coming together for you to fulfill this dream. Let's see what's happening in your romantic life for the sun sign. Yes. Well, clearly, because this is the energy of changing and putting things in order and everything. We already see that. So you have the Six of Pentacles. You're weighing the pros and cons. Some of you are weighing the pros and cons of considering a relationship. weighing the pros and cons of considering starting a family, weighing the pros and cons of leaving a family dynamic and living on your own or something like that, of supporting someone in certain respects towards where you want to go, and you may be the provider and you want to provide better or more for them. It could be for elderly parents or something like that. You know what I mean? This could be weighing the pros and cons with your finances, your time management, the capital, your resources, your connectivity, your networking towards starting that business, or even pursuing a new job, or whatever the situation is. It is putting the things that bring in that fulfillment of love, that zest for life, in order. You're not letting necessarily the feelings just dictate the direction. You're taking those feelings and transmuting them into tangible, like numbers, dynamics, on which to give you a clearer picture, so that you don't allow your emotions to just override sensibilities or practicalities, is what's coming through. Interesting for a romantic life understanding. But it's not like you're against romance or the lovey-dovey type things, but that needs to be in a practical order right now, as well as everything else. Things are in a place where it's sensitive, and you do not want to make a misstep, because everything is connected in your mind and your heart. Further clarification, let's see what the moon sign is saying for the time frame of the reading, Virgo. This card right here will be your emotional life, your feelings for the time frame of the reading. The moon sign is that internal energy. Right here is your desires, and right here is your subconscious, which you're not aware of. Remember, it's over the pillars of the sun sign energy, so it blends in. You can always rewind back and make the cross connections. So let's see what your feelings are at this time. Yeah, clearly, the Six of Pentacles, we already had it here as well. Okay, the Six of Pentacles, you're sorting things through inside you. You're thinking, how is this going to work? Is this going to work here? Is this going to work here? Should I invest here? Should I invest here? Should I deal with this here? Should I deal with this later? You're planning. You're planning the physical resources, your time management, everything. You're really trying to cultivate this plan. In your emotional life, you're just focused on making order out of any type of chaos, so that you're free to move forward. Further clarification. Yeah, see? Temperance. In your internal world, you know it's going to take time. It's going to take patience. Okay? You're transmuting yourself from a negative understanding into a positive understanding. The sun going into the moon. Sorry, the moon going into the sun. Okay? You know it's taking time. You know you've taken a lot of time already, and you're coming to the climax is what's coming through. Okay? You're almost there. It's almost time for that change, that start, that, you know, revving the engine, as it were. Okay, you're at the last grounds of it, and I tell you, the last grounds of it, about to move forward, especially because of the change, the transformative energy here, and the Nine of Wands over here. Okay, and you have the Emperor over here. Everything coming together. It is time to enact that dream. Only a couple more things down, and you're putting that into order. Further clarification. Yes, the Knight of Cups, ready to move forward in love for yourself, in love for your progress, in love for that relationship, in love for that family, in love for that unique way of life, in love towards retirement, in love to whatever it is. You are finally moving forward with that dream, that passion, that zest that woke you up one day, and you said, one day I'll get there, and this is the time. You want to live that dream. You want to live that passion. It's coming through. It is time to do it. Okay? Universe said, take another card. Okay, great. Yes. The King of Pentacles. There will be, listen, the King of Pentacles is coming through. Some of you are actually going to be having further assistance. I sense that with the King of Pentacles. So it could be in a relationship, it could be in a business, it could be in an investment, it could be in a retirement fund, whatever the situation is. Okay? But moreover, in your emotional life, you are taking the reins of your life. You are noticing the value of who you are, what you can do, how you can move forward, and knowing that you are worth it, you are valuable, you are accomplished. Okay? You don't have to hold back. You don't have to lower your standards. You know your worth. You know what you deserve, and you're going at it. Okay? And you're putting everything into reasonable perspective. Understanding it takes time, and having a love affair of life. Okay? That's literally what's happening right now in your moon sign's emotional aspect of self. Okay? That's excellent. It's fortifying your essence, your decision, your commitment, fortifying that you deserve life. You deserve happiness. You deserve growth. Excellent.
Okay, that has been your reading. So excited. I really do hope that it was helpful, that it edified you, gave you some encouragement, some good advice on which to navigate whatever it is that you're dealing with right now and going through. I'm really wishing you all the best. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, consider becoming a Patreon member. It really does support the growth of the channel. So much things I would like to bring forth to you. Yeah, I think that's it. So stay great. Bye.